And we're live.
What is going on, everyone? I see Tiff was in here before it
See, we
started.
got Tiff. She's been in here waiting. There's Thomas.
Get
Okay,
in
no
there
problem,
and grab
Thomas.
something quick.
What
Oh,
is going on, everyone?
Oh,
I got to mute myself. I think that was me. Hold on.
no, that was me. It was me. Because my TV's right behind the laptop here.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm muted. I do need
Oh,
to pause
man.
it.
I threw the ghost up there for whatever. Too much white.
Yeah, I mean, I have my bugs right here, but it's kind of hard to see with all the light. I need like LEDs in here. I need like proper lighting because I just have these two desk lamps and I have an overhead lamp, but they're all really cheap, shitty like CFLs. They're the ones that take forever to like warm up. They start off really dim, and then after like 5 or 10 minutes, they finally are full like brightness.
Ryan, what's up? RC Crazy Eric, what's up? Plummet FPV, what's up?
What is going on, everyone?
RJSRC, there's one I haven't seen. Welcome to the stream.
Ryan, Plummet, Adam, RC Crazy, Eric, what's going on? I love that you said that. Yes, I need to change my name to Adam because of Chris. He keeps calling me Adam, and then he calls Adam Alvin. So we both got to swap names. Is what has to happen now.
That's cool.
Yeah, Chris decided to swap it up. RJ, what's going on, brother?
So you got that bug sitting back there. Have you flown it yet?
Yes, I flown it not yesterday, but the day before, and it was awesome. It was glorious. Yeah, there was a freaking moth on there. Get out of here, moth. But yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. It's really freaking fast, and it is a lot more sensitive than I thought it was going to be. But honestly, I don't know what's more sensitive, this or the the Cyma X5C, because the Cyma X5C is really sensitive as well. And well, at least when it comes towards the up and down throttle, like when you're trying to bring it down, you really have to feather it bringing it down. Otherwise, it's just going to want to freaking drop.
Yeah. Used to it.
But it was really fun. It was really cool. I only stayed in mode 1. I haven't tried mode 2 just yet. But I'm loving it so far. Loving it so far.
Mode 2 is where it's at. Mode 2 is when you get the feel.
Eric, I was not able to film it. What were you saying, Jim? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I said wait until you hit mode 2, because you can just sit there and zip and then bring it back down and then close to the ground and then zip it back up.
That's what I was trying to do with the mode 1. Oh, speaking of mode 1, and now that Chris MD95 TSI is in here, I got something to tell you guys. I had not only 1 but 2 Matty flips with that bitch the other day. Sorry I used language, but I was so proud of myself. I didn't use the flip button or anything. It's where you pull yourself back and then you slam it forward or whatever. Or I think it's you pull yourself forward and then slam it backwards. And man, that was so awesome, actually watching it do the flip and then recovering it right at the perfect time. I only was able to do it twice. And the second time, I almost did a spiral outwards. I was like, oh, God, I don't want to lose it. But yeah, that thing is so nice.
There he is. There's Thomas.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Cool deal.
What is up, Thomas?
Long day.
Oh, you background back there, ain't you? But that's the hollow one, isn't it?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's just some purple guy just standing there with his fist. Yeah.
I'm going to actually get the old headset going here myself.
Sorry, Ryan.
You mean?
We're just having Thomas on as our guest tonight. We only do the group chat on Saturdays, unfortunately. So when you want to join in and chat with us and everybody, that's on Saturdays.
Yeah.
You mean this guy?
Yeah, Tuesday's our main show. Yes, that looks. Is that the hollow one that has the 2 holes in it?
Yeah, that's the hollow one that kind of broke on me.
I was just showing my brother that.
But
hey, Mama.
I'm so excited to freaking see that in person. Oh man.
Yeah, and then I had this come off the printer over the weekend too. It actually looks
a
like
candle holder.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like an LED candle holder.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet. I like that. That one's probably hollow though, huh?
Actually, no.
No,
It's 30%. It's 30% infill.
that's not
So
too bad.
70%
It's
hollow.
like
That's
70%
not too bad.
hollow, but it has some girth to it.
Let me see here.
So what's everyone up to?
Star Cop, welcome. Love my drones, Ed, welcome. Droner Jones, welcome.
RC Crazy is like, it's Saturday somewhere. I don't think anywhere it's Saturday just yet. It's only Tuesday, so I think even in like Australia and those places, it's only Wednesday. They're not that far ahead of us.
It's Saturday on Earth 2 and 3.
Yeah, exactly. On Earth 38, where Supergirl lives, man, it's Saturday.
Pardon my DC reference there.
I've been watching a lot of the new shows because they just came back. Their seasons just started again, so I'm like super hyped.
I'm actually a year behind, so I'm watching them on Netflix right now.
I love when they come on Netflix because you get the full season. Oh man, I love it when that happens. That's one of the reasons why I really love Netflix.
Awesome. MD95 TSI, I will check out that line of sight of the frog after this stream here.
I had like half the video going. I was watching it earlier, and then I had to hop off and go help my pops or something. And then by the time I came back, it was already too late. I had to hop on here. I was like, crap, I'll have to watch this later. But
Yeah,
I watched the first half of it, and it looked awesome. It looked like that thing has got some real nice stability to it so far, even though like it doesn't have any gyros or anything like you were talking about. It's just in air mode. It's looking like it's going pretty good. And I just started turning blue at it somewhere, so I think I'm starting to get angry. Thomas made that Hulk and it's making me angry. I'm starting to get blue.
That's a lot of talking there. I was going to say, welcome, RC Fun's Diversions, John.
Oh, who's that? I don't know. Do I know a John? What's up, John?
Our resident jokester.
John always thinks that something's against him. Like I always think I'm angry or whatever at him. He always thinks I'm ignoring him.
Here,
John,
Ryan.
What
Ryan,
is up, brother?
RDFPV, I'm going to go ahead and give you a wrench, sir.
Ed, what is going on? That is cool. The Metal Militia, yeah, the Metal Militia truck body. I did see that. Yeah, that looks cool. Speaking of truck bodies, tomorrow, for those of you that aren't aware, me, Axiomatic, and Honey Lulu, we're going to be doing a joint operation tomorrow on Axiomatic's channel, and we're going to be doing a live honey dip over there at Honey Lulu's. She's going to be dipping my Stampede body. So
nice, awesome.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be doing a three-way group video with Axio's going to be the one hosting it on his channel, and then me and Honey Lulu are going to join in while she dips it.
Damn, Melvin, I might miss that one. That's right when I'm coming home from work.
Well, it won't be too long, so you'll be able to rewatch it, and it won't be like that long of a live stream. We just really are trying to do it for the dipping part.
For those of you who don't know, Crystal made reference to it in it was either her stream or one of Chris's stream. I am going back to school, and I have a short meeting tomorrow night, so I'm getting excited for that. I'm coming down to the final stages of getting ready to enroll for school, looking to start November 5th. So,
yeah, you guys just reminded me. Thank you for reminding me. I totally I didn't get the chance because I was coming in here late before me and Jim started it. I didn't get the chance to open up my camera program and stop that stupid autofocus. So, oh my God. I just opened it up and then instantly I shut it down. That was the dumbest thing in the world.
So, hey, Thomas.
I opened it up and went right to the X and just closed it.
Yeah, back to school, Joner Jones. So, Thomas, how are you today?
Oh, not too bad. My day's over now, finally, so that's always a good start.
Yeah, that's good.
I agree, brother.
Hopefully that solved the Stupid auto-focusing problem. Let me bring my camera back on.
Mo, I'm going back for information technology. I'm actually getting certified for a bunch of things, but I think I'm going to focus on network administrator, possibly network architect, or certified ethical hacker.
Ethical hacker.
Yep.
Ethical hacker.
Ethical hacker.
Get away from me, fly. Get out of here. This fly is trying to hold me.
Hey, Mars, welcome.
Oh, and there's Chris, Drone Life. What is going on? Chris says, where's the star of the show? Jack.
What, star of the show? Oh, yeah. He's, I'm not sure where he's at right now, but right now he's, he'll be in. He'll be in. Chris, I haven't really fooled around with it. I've been trying to get the flooring laid with my father-in-law, so it's been kind of hectic. So, Mo's asking why you're so quiet, Thomas.
I'm just trying not to step on any toes. You never know who's going to be saying something.
Asking you some questions here soon. I have a couple questions that I want to ask you.
Let's put them up on the screen. Go ahead.
Well, I know that you do droning and stuff for your work. You say you do mapping with drones. Let's talk about that. How do you do that? How do you get into that sort of work?
Well, getting into that kind of work was interesting, but how I have to go about doing stuff is even more interesting. So I would rather focus on that.
Awesome. I'm down to hear whatever you have to say, as long as you can talk about it. As long as you're legally allowed to talk about it, at least.
Well, as much as I can. Matter of fact, today I was actually approached about flying a mapping mission that I need to have done this week.
Oh, that's cool.
So I figured I'd actually just go through the steps that I would normally go through to start a mission.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
See if I can figure out how to do this. Oh, how do I flick over to my screen?
Now, when you do your mapping, are you mapping like the telephone wires or something like that?
I am actually mapping more Earth features.
Oh, cool.
Pardon me as I tear a hole in space and time here.
No problem.
For example, the job that I'm going to be working in is actually in a small town called Tyrone. It's actually outside of it. So I don't know if you can see my cursor or not.
Yeah, I can see
it.
It's right in this area here. So I have to verify that I'm actually in Class G airspace, which I am. These gray lines here let me know that I can't fly above 700 feet without going into Class E. Likewise here. And here I'm allowed to go up to 1,500 feet. So I know my area is totally clear. So the only thing that is really going to be causing me any problems would be like local hospitals and so forth and so on. So that would be the first thing I would do is, okay, they say we need to have something mapped. Then I'd have to find out exactly where they want to have it mapped to verify that I'm good to go.
You have to verify with like the local like city people or whatever, the officials?
Yes and no. It all depends on where I'm at. But I usually check in with the area's law enforcement just so that if anyone calls in saying, hey, there's someone being crazy or whatnot, there's a drone flying by, they can actually respond. That person's actually doing some mapping. And to give you an idea, that little area there is all Class G. This is the Pittsburgh area. And as you can see, it is quite congested.
Oh, yeah. It is quite a bit of
and
spots.
Each of these, this blue area here is an airspace that goes from 80,000 to 40,000. It's not 40,000. But
now, how big of area can you map in one day?
If the weather cooperates, I can map quite a bit. To give you an idea, the one job that I did for my very first mission, I flew 100 acres in a day. And that didn't include travel time or the actual air time. If I would have flown, I mean, that day I was using a Phantom Inspire not a Phantom Inspire, DJI Inspire. Wind gusts were 33 mile an hour, so I had to wait to find a good time when I could land between gusts and map everything. If the weather would have cooperated, I would have had 100 acres done in an hour.
Dang, that's pretty good. 100 acres in an hour?
And from what I have come up with so far, it is more cost effective to use a drone up to 2,000 acres. After you get to past 2,000 acres, it's better to actually use it via manned aircraft.
Now, is that Inspire? Is that company like property that they lend you to use the mapping
Yes,
for?
that was company issue.
That's cool. That is
unfortunately cool. that bird didn't get to stay with me very long. They had to ship it out to another person to fly.
Ah, another mapper.
Yep.
Now, how big an
Yeah,
area do you start to map? Like, do you have like a certain area where you're sanctioned to start mapping, or that you're allowed to map?
Whenever we get a project, say for example, I work with water main replacements. So as soon as they found out, hey, we're going to be replacing water main in this area, then they actually said, okay, here's where we're going to be replacing the water. Then you figure out how much area we actually need to cover that.
That's pretty
cool.
A
lot of that actually is in my hands when I'm actually out in the field, as long as I can fly it enough to get the scope of work that they want.
That sounds like actually a really fun job to have, honestly. It sounds pretty cool.
Except for the paperwork.
Yeah, well, paperwork's never fun, but just being able to actually go out there and see all that scenery and be able to map it and stuff, that's pretty cool.
There's some questions rolling in the chat about the 400 feet limit.
Okay, you're going to have to help me out on some of these questions because I'm trying to bounce between the Google Hangouts and the YouTube, and I'm kind of getting lost in the shuffle here from time to time.
Well, one thing I want to help you out on, Thomas, if you go to your YouTube window, look at the chat, those 3 dots on the right-hand side of the chat screen. If you click that, you can pop out chat and actually close that YouTube screen and overlay the chat right on your Hangouts. That's what we do.
That's the way I do it. It's very easy that way.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, RC Funds was talking about where the legal limit is 400 feet, but you were talking about being able to go up to like 1,500 feet.
That is all dependent on whether or not there's structures or not. For example, if you have a cell phone tower, legally you're allowed to go 400 feet above that structure and out 400 in a radius of 400 feet from that.
Oh, so if you say there's those towers that are like a mile or 2 up in the air, you can go up 400 feet above those and 400 feet around it?
Yes, but in that case, I would be in restricted airspace and I would have to give authorization before I could do that.
Ah. Man, the laws are so crazy when it comes to those sort of things.
And it's going to get even crazier because a bill that was a FAA Reauthorization Act was just signed by President Trump, changing a whole bunch of stuff and giving more authorization to the FAA on everything.
Yeah. Starcop was saying 400 feet up and then within 40 feet. Is that what is that?
400 feet. It's 400 feet. You're allowed to go 400 feet out from the center of that structure.
That's cool. Heck yeah. At least they give you the ability to do that. But then if you go up too high, then you got to do what you said. You got to get the permits and the okay to be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's actually some of the questions that they try to trick you on the Part 107 exam. They say, here's a cell tower. Are you able to inspect that? And you have to look at the airspace that's right by it and all that other fun stuff and figure out whether or not you can.
Now, you're 107 certified, right?
That is correct. Matter of fact, this coming August, I had to go get my recertification. Every 24 months, you have to. Every 24 months, you have to recertify by passing the exam again.
Gotcha.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Now, how does one actually get into that sort of line of work?
I had just so happened to be work at an engineering firm, so we actually have an entire drone department. And if I'm not mistaken, our firm is more than national; it's international.
That's cool.
And just in the United States alone, we have at least 8 offices in the continental U.S. that have UAV capabilities.
That's pretty.
Everything from everything from emergency response. For example, I can actually get called for a train derailment to get fly in there and assess the information using the drone so that before they send anyone in.
Are you allowed to do like accidents and stuff like that? Because they don't allow drones to usually view accidents and stuff like that, or forest fires.
If you're part of that operation, then yeah.
That's cool.
But usually when there is a drone in the area, they shut down all the operations because it's not safe because of not knowing who's actually the one piloting it.
Yeah.
I haven't had to deal with the forest fire end of it, but
yeah, this last summer, apparently there was a bunch of drone flyers that tried to get in the rescue workers' way by trying to film what was going on. And a lot of people actually got in trouble over here in California because they kept trying to view stuff and basically were getting in the way. What, are you plugging your headphones in?
No, my phone charger. Got to plug the phone in.
Ah.
It's going to start squawking at us in a second here. We don't want that.
But yeah, that sounds like a freaking awesome job to have, to be able to map stuff with the drone and stuff, and not even have to pay. Like, you were able to use the company drone, which is awesome.
Yeah, I get to use the company drone for air quotes practice, so I can fly the Phantom 4 that they have at my office.
Oh, that's cool. So whenever you're trying to tone your skills.
Yep, the only thing I had to do is log my flights and fill out the paperwork.
Cool. Like, all right, I'm going to take the Phantom 4 out. I'm going to go ahead and practice a little bit.
I don't even have to do that. I just grab it and go.
That's cool.
There we go.
Like a crap ton of batteries. Oh, yeah. There's the star of the show. Who was asking for the star of the show earlier?
Okay,
Jack.
Jack's here. I can go now. Now that I was the temporary Jack, I can get the official Jack's here now, right?
Yeah, he. I don't know how many of you caught that video. Quite a few people commented on it, but he's getting the hang of that ghost pretty good.
You're doing good, Jack. You're doing good. You're trying a little bit too much flipping. You're flipping a little too much. You got to slow down on the flipping, but you're doing good. You're going a little flip crazy, a little too much. That's the only thing that I'm saying. You're going a little flip crazy, just a little too much.
Wait, do you see the manual flips? Wait until he figures it out.
Oh, yeah.
What?
He's like, wait, there's a manual flip?
Yeah, we know.
I'm gonna flip the heck out of the SEMA. I might even make it fly away.
Yeah, he's gonna bust the SEMA, the pregnant SEMA, as Alvin calls it. He's gonna bust it back out and try to fly.
You know, man, it looks like a freaking pregnant SEMA. That's what it looks like. It looks like mine, and then it got pregnant and it just became rounded. That's just what it looks like to me. It looks like a straight up pregnant
So everybody can see what
X5C.
I do them on accident all the time. Yeah. Hang on. Here he comes.
Well, if anyone has any questions for
me,
me, do me a favor and shout them out because I'm trying to pull up a working example of
No, I want to show the box.
looks like before I actually put it to paper in my CAD software.
Here we go.
I have no idea where the camera is.
No,
But
it
who
doesn't
cares? 'Cause
matter.
I'm gonna make it fly. It's going bye-bye.
It's going bye-bye? What, are you going to break it?
No, I'm gonna make it fly away when it's almost half battery.
No, you're not.
Why?
So you're trying to send it back to China intentionally.
Yeah.
It's not going to make it. It's going to fall into the ocean. And the whales are going to eat it.
Good. They get food.
They don't eat plastic. They don't.
SEMA.
That is pregnant. See, that is a pregnant drone. You see that roundness to it? That is either a pregnant drone or that drone has.
The camera's right here, Jack.
I know. I didn't know. Here's
That's cool. I like that it has that little camera on it.
It's actually not too bad. I mean, it says it's 720 HD. It's not HD, but it's not as bad as you would think.
I bet it's a lot better than the Cyma X5C camera.
I don't know.
I've never actually tried that, but I've seen videos of it, and it's horrible. Yes, I manually flipped my Bugs 3 twice the other day on my first flight, and it was awesome. The first one was a really nice, smooth flip, and then the second one was kind of crazy. It kind of spun sideways and stuff when I did it, but I was able to pull it back up and then, straighten it back out. It was awesome.
Oh, there you go. Looks like a Christmas tree.
It does. That does really look like a Christmas tree.
But I do
No,
have
it
to
doesn't, but it's got Christmas color lights.
I do have to get a new charger for it.
Yeah, don't let the battery die.
Yeah.
I spied on people with this.
You better not be spying. If you're spying on people, I'll have to hurt you because that's what gives us a bad name.
So, Thomas, any good news on that? We're going to be coming home soon.
Oh, she knew we were watching.
Well, the upgrade parts should be at my office tomorrow, so I'm hoping maybe after, coming this Monday, I should have it back. I'm hoping.
That's awesome.
I was actually trying to bring up a work example of a 3D model of one of the jobs that I flew, but for some reason it was just locking up on me.
Oh, that'd be cool to see, though.
Yeah.
Once I get that back into there and it's going to cooperate with me, then I'll send you a link, Alvin.
Heck yeah.
Okay, stop.
What are you doing?
Yeah, but the person who has my big 3D printer was actually had it running all weekend for him. So I'm sitting there going, oh, I can't wait now.
Heck yeah. I wonder what he was printing all weekend. I bet it wasn't just a bunch of benchies.
I guarantee it wasn't benchies, but
that's what I'm saying. I want to know what he was printing.
sometimes it's best not to ask, too.
Yeah. You know what? That's true. Yeah, it's best, especially with the 3D printer, you don't know what they're printing because you can print some pretty crazy stuff.
Please,
Jack?
But yeah, speaking of 3D printed stuff, I took those 3D printed A-arms that Anthony, Mr. Winky, had sent me, and I tried to install them. I was able to get them on, but unfortunately they cracked when I was putting them on because the holes were definitely not big enough for the screws or anything to go through, and I basically had to ream out every screw with the hot screwdriver because I don't have a drill that's that drill bit that is that size.
You've already seen it.
It was hard to get them to go on there, but I did manage to get them on there, and I'm going to try and bash with them at least once or twice before taking them off, if they'll even last for that long. But I do got them on, and they look pretty cool. Unfortunately, the shock tower I cannot use because the screw holes that actually hold the body mounts in the middle, they're completely way too big. The printer unfortunately did not do a good job on those holes, and I cannot use it. But it's still cool to have for looks. I like that. Thought I would give a little update on the other stuff.
Yeah, I got to dig my Caldera out of storage even because I want to start figuring something out with that. I got to find the right pin for Jack's truck. I'm having a hard time finding the pin for it. I haven't dug deep enough. I need a pin for the A-arm so I can fix it.
That's Red Cat, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got a Caldera 10E, which I got pretty much you were in that stream, I think, that it was very, very bad condition. I had to fix everything on it, replace everything, go through. Basically, I had to rebuild the whole entire truck.
If you're looking for parts
Jack's
for that,
truck,
I have a contact that I can get the parts for that.
Really? Okay.
That'd be cool.
I'd rather focus on getting Jack's truck up and going because that thing's an absolute beast.
He has the Volcano, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got the Volcano EPX Pro. He cracked the chassis. When he cracked the chassis, one of the A-arms let go, and he lost the pin for the A-arm that attaches to the suspension. So I tried to order one, and I thought it was the right one. I ended up getting it. It must have been like a 5th scale A-arm pin. It was like this big. I was like, what?
Like this is not.
Because I actually have a brushless Volcano that I have running 3S that I actually had to slow down.
Nice. Yeah, they get pretty.
I mean, it screamed.
Yeah, Jack has a 3650 can 4300 kV 4-pole on it with the stock gearing, and on 2S it's plenty fast. I mean, it'll just wheelie all day. I tried it on 3S when I had the 3900 kV. This the third new motor I put in it, and with the 3900 kV, it just did standing backflips all day long. It's pretty nuts.
Mine was like that till I put a wheelie bar on it, and then I could just drive wheelie the entire time if I needed to.
Yeah.
RC Basher Boy, what's going on? Gabriel.
Hey, RC Basher Boy. In Drone Life, Chris, I don't know if you saw, I shouted you out in chat there. Yeah, I see it there.
But yeah, with these three,
Chris, that bit with the unique goggles was just a total fluke. And believe it or not, I actually saw some other YouTubers actually posting the exact same information on those right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was going to say with these 3D printed parts, I'm not sure if it's the printer that did these holes or if it's the actual file that the holes are too small. How do you figure that out? How do you go into the file and figure out how big the holes are supposed to be?
You're talking about yours.
Well, for any of them, because how do you determine if they're gonna, like, if you're making a part for something that's already made, like that's not a custom piece, how do you determine in the print that it's going to be the proper size hole when you print it?
Most of the manufacturers, they're putting their specs out there on the internet. So you just download the program, put it right in your printer, and all the dimensions and sizes and everything should be in there, correct? I believe that's the way it works.
If not, if you have a pair of digital calipers, you can actually measure what that needs to be and then do a test print and see how close to that number you need to be. And if it's off by, say, a percentage or two, then you just adjust your overall print scale by that percentage.
You have to have your printer dialed in and tuned as well, is what Chris is saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got no problems with these parts. It's just I will have to say that Mr. Winkyhead Anthony definitely has to get his machine just a little bit more dialed in on certain parts. But other than that, the parts are awesome. Like, they did a really good job on a lot of things. Like, the base for this Hulk thing is awesome. It's really strong and sturdy. It's a really nice base. But the Hulk itself was just a little bit too thin, and that's what kind of messed up. Same with what happened with yours. And that's how the fingers got all jacked up, and he lost his digits on both sides.
Oh, he can't flip anybody the bird.
Yeah, he's got his trigger fingers though. So if he has to pull some triggers, I guess he can, or point at somebody. You're like, Hulk smash you. And I guess he could still do the clap, the Hulk clap. He just doesn't need his fingers.
Now, is Mr. Winkyhead actually in the chat tonight?
I have not seen him in here yet tonight, so
no, I don't think either.
So if you talk to him, Alvin, let him know if he increases his perimeter, the number of perimeters.
Mm-hmm.
That'll actually strengthen it. So, for example, you can go 1 perimeter, 2 perimeter, which is unless it's going to be something that's handled a lot, then I'll actually bump it up to 3 or 4. Because what that will do, it'll actually take 4 different passes around to create a shell instead of 1 or 2.
Ah, yeah, that's what probably happened on here. Because even on it's hard for the camera to want to show it because I don't have the autofocus on. But on his feet, there's a couple really thin spots where it's almost see-through.
No, yeah, that's where infill will actually help with that.
Yeah. I'm really excited to get that dark hole because I know you did that at 60% fill or something like that.
I know that's pretty solid. I think it's like 60 or 80.
That's what I was thinking. If I remember correctly, you did that pretty darn thick.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
I'm excited to see those little. Are you going to be seeing that little mutant Hulk as well? That little pink mutant Hulk.
I'm not sending you Clayface. Clayface has already been disposed of.
He had this one that turned into like Tarface from the DC Comics. Basically, it was Clayface. It was just all jacked up on the face. I don't know what happened to that one, but it was pretty crazy looking.
That one there was me being me saying, how small can I actually make this thing and it actually print?
Well, that wasn't that purple kind of tricky as well, or not purple, but pink.
That one was giving me some grief. I actually had to work some magic to get that to start printing fine again.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember that you said something about that pink was being really difficult. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get into the world of 3D printing because there's so many cool things that can be done with 3D printers. And ever since you told me that you can actually buy something that will recycle the scrap and then it'll turn it into like new line of TPE or whatever it is, TPU or PLE.
PLA and TPU and nylon.
Yeah.
I haven't wasted my time trying to recycle any of that stuff.
You should.
I know the environmental people are going to be after me, but
well, how much are those recyclers usually running for? Is that like something that costs more than the printer?
I'm sure they cost quite a good bit.
That's what I'm thinking. That just for that because it's what's it called, the extruder, so it's got to re-extrude the plastic back into a line, basically.
Don't touch my heart.
Jack, are you a witch?
Yes.
Male witches don't wear hats like that.
Warlock, actually, not a witch. Stop.
Well, I guess Gandalf wears a hat like that, so I guess he's like Gandalf. He's a
Yes,
sword.
it's your turn to be a witch.
No, I don't need to be a witch. Okay.
Is that the sorting hat? Are you going to Hufflepuff?
Okay, that's enough. We'd be gone with you now. Let's see. Jack, stop.
Yeah, Chris, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that those recyclers were going to be pretty costly. That'd be a cool thing to have. If you're doing a lot of things, that'd be cool.
See, my problem with that is I have no idea what kind of tolerance you're going to be getting in the film that you spit back out then.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Like, depending on what's the core strength of that is going to be compared to what it was when you first had it.
No, what I'm saying, whenever it's actually extruding it, there you have a plus or minus like 0.3 millimeters or something like that. I have no idea what the dimensional tolerance would be on that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that would be something you have to worry about and you got to watch out for just in case that your printer doesn't have that size size line that it uses or whatever.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay. Wizards are a lot to handle.
And they arrive precisely when they mean to.
Oh yeah, they like to teleport and they like to come in just like that. Can hear my brother's dog whining because he's in the kennel. Hopefully, you guys can't really hear that.
No, not at all.
Good, good.
Just responding to Chris and chat.
So have you decided if you're going to just continue to stay in that room from now on for the show, or are you going to end up finally taking over the shed?
Well, I really need to try a repeater. I got to get a repeater first.
Yeah.
But, I've got some other things going on financially, like with the house and school and things of that nature.
Stuff going along?
I'm almost there. I basically was just told other people that live with us besides my wife to go back to school. So that's what I'm doing. My wife kind of doesn't know anything at this point, so
Wait, you
it's one
still
of
haven't
those.
had that chat with her about it?
Oh, I've tried several times this weekend. So yeah, but no, I'm not still locked out of the shed. But yeah, I'm just getting things lined up to start school. Hoping to start on November 5th is when I've been starting.
Oh man, you got less than 2 weeks left.
Yeah, but it's I already told. Well, I'll put it out there. Mondays and Wednesdays you won't see me on streams because I'll be in class on the computer here. So, but that's all. Then all the other studying and stuff is it's computer stuff. So I'll probably blow through it pretty good.
Well, that'll be cool once you're actually back in school and stuff. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Are you getting financial aid for it or what?
Yeah. Financial aid. I got a little bit of a Pell, and then I have some balance that I have to pay myself, which I'm working on financing for now. So
Cool.
but they covered a big chunk.
Chris
So,
said she knows now, Jim.
going into a little bit more debt, but it's for my education. So
Heck yeah, education's what matters.
yeah. So because I'm not going to find anything better job wise than what I have right now, and what I have right now isn't anything to write home about. So got to do what I got to do.
Yep.
Job market sucks down here in Arkansas. It really does.
Silver top flyer. What is going on, Bradley? I don't know if he was in here earlier and I missed it.
At MD 95 PSI.
And to answer Mo's one question early on, yeah, I usually am this quiet until I get used to being around different people. This is a totally different experience for right now.
RC
You're good.
I'm glad you said that. I am so sorry. I have been slacking for over a month now, and I feel like slapping myself because of it. RC Bashful Boy has been telling me to email him for stickers for the longest time because I told him I wanted stickers, and he keeps reminding me. And I know that wasn't a direct reminder to just me, but I know partially was a jab at me.
RC Basher Boy, my name and P.O. Box address is in all of my YouTube video descriptions. So if you anybody who sends me anything, you definitely will, like stickers or decals or whatnot, you definitely will get shout out on the show.
Cool. Bradley won level 1 Bob's giveaway. That is cool. I think I've heard that name before.
Uh-oh, what's going on here now? Hide and seek? Oh boy. They're hiding in the closet. What's up, Jack?
I'm so curious.
Bradley, scroll up and see what Chris said in chat. He says you won level 1 Bob's giveaway.
I see that. Okay, stop. Hang on, guys.
So, Thomas, what is your thoughts on all these laws that are changing at the moment? Do you think that they're going to be helping us out, or are they going to be hurting the community?
I think it's going to hurt the community a little bit, but you're also going to have a lot of people that are just going to totally buck the system, and they're the ones that are causing a lot of the problems for us to begin with. So,
yeah, that's true.
Because right now, according to what was just passed, even the hobbyists will have to take a knowledge exam and actually have proof of passing said exam.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get a license once I get like a better camera bird. Right now, I don't feel like I have a good enough.
You're gonna have to be licensed to fly anything.
even
Well,
the
yeah,
toy
that's
grade.
true. Yeah, that's true. You got to register now for sure.
And here they have 180 days. They just passed it at the beginning of October. So they have 180 days from that to establish the exam and how you're going to take the exam and where you're going to get it.
Hopefully it's something they'll do like at local community colleges or something, you know, so it's nice and convenient for everybody.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's more online. Because
Yeah,
then after you pass it, then you can just print out your documentation.
that would be a lot nicer if it was online. Yeah.
It's probably not going to be online, though, because anything with the government, they make you go to a place and they take a copy of your ID to make sure you are who you claim you are. So that's I'm already prepared for that.
Yeah. Mo, enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much. And she says she's going to be leaving the stream on, but she's going to go grab some dinner.
All right, catch you later, Mo.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's scary that everybody's going to have to start registering now. So, say if you just bought like a Cyma X5C, does that mean you have to register?
From what I understand, it's not going to be needing more registering the aircraft or yourself as a hobbyist, but you actually have to take an exam and then put whatever type of identification on it.
So that's going to
Normally
probably throw out a lot of the younger flyers and stuff.
See, that's what I'm thinking, because right now, before they changed everything, you had to be at least 13 to register.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're going to have a clause in there saying if you're under 13, then you need to be under the direct supervision of someone who actually has that authorization or has passed it.
Yeah, you have to be in like direct supervision of somebody that already has a license or registered.
Yeah, I can see them something like that.
That would suck.
Kind of reminds me back in the day of the hunter safety courses that you'd have to go through before you could do anything as a kid for those that actually hunted.
Yeah. Those hunter safety courses, even though they were a little bit of a hassle to take, they were kind of fun. As a kid, they were kind of fun to take. But they were a lot of work to do.
Very cool.
Silver tops.
You look tired there, Jim.
Chris is looks like Chris is telling Silvertop he needs to go over to Level 1 Bob's channel. He won that giveaway.
Yeah, I think Bradley thought we were pulling his chain or something.
No, I'm not falling asleep. I try to do these streams and kids keep running in and out. That's why you see my camera and my mic go off. Nobody understands when I'm in here that, you know, anybody who has kids knows exactly what I'm getting at here.
I'm surprised my door hasn't opened up yet, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack, get that thing off of my...
No, I was about to say Level 1 Bob, but Silver Top Flyer, he says that he didn't enter or anything.
Get it out of here.
Level 1 Bob just picked you out randomly. He just, like how Brian does it, just picks you out. Oh. So if he watches videos, maybe he just picked you out because you comment on them.
I think he just needs to have an on there, not necessarily a light, but maybe something we can 3D print to hang on his door. They can close it and lock it and say live streaming.
Well, it's kind of what that sign that Honey Lulu made for Steve OG, where it's, you know how it's the warning cameras are in use. She painted on the word RC, so it's warning RC cameras are in use. So while he's doing his like RC videos, his family knows that, hey, I'm filming. But it doesn't do him no good because he keeps it in the background of his videos. So it's not like they're going to see it unless he does put it on the other side of the door. So him having it as like a backdrop decoration doesn't help.
Hey, Lewis. Lewis LPRC's in the house.
Lewis, what is going on?
Okay, can you stop?
Yeah, I still need to find a spot where to put my stickers. I was thinking about just starting to do like a sticker wall and just putting them on the wall, but then I was like, nah, because this paint needs to be taken off. And not too long.
Take like one of those dry erase boards and plaster it with everybody's stickers.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
Well, you could always do what I did, Alvin, with my beer stickers. I'd actually get the labels and that from different beer bottles and other breweries that I've gone to, and buy the stickers and actually put them on a little magnetic sheet and then cut them out and put them on the kegerator. That way I didn't have to worry about losing them if anything happened.
That would be cool too. Be able to just buy those really thin sheets of magnets for like your refrigerator magnets, and then cut it out as the shape, and then kind of glue it on there. Or
Yep.
well, it's a sticker. You wouldn't have to glue it on there. You could just stick it.
And I just put the sticker right on it and cut it out. Went to Staples and got a couple sheets of it and just went to town.
Sounds like a really good idea. I might have to do that and just put it on our fridge. I don't have a kegerator, but I do have a refrigerator.
Well, the kegerator's for my homemade beer, so.
Oh yeah, that's what. Yes, you reminded me. Yes, we should talk about that. Thomas Bruce's own award-winning. I'm not kidding. Award-winning wine and beer. So let's talk about how you got into that sort of stuff.
How did I get into that stuff? Well,
Yeah.
a long time ago when I was married to someone else, I wanted to get into this, and that was a big no-no. And I'm like, oh, here's a Mr. Beer kit. And I'm like, I really don't want to buy something called Mr. Beer from
Mr.
a
Beer.
Walmart chain. I'm not joking, Alvin.
No, I actually think I know what you're talking about, because I think this guy that used to live behind us, he used a Mr. Beer kit. This guy that when we used to live in Chico, we're living out in the country now, but when we used to live in Chico, where I was born, there was this guy that lived right behind us that had his own little home brewery, and I think it was that Mr. Beer kit. It wasn't like a big thing. It was like a small little kit that he makes beer in his backyard.
Kind of looked like a brown football with a lid.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a little wooden keg thing. It looked like a little wooden keg.
Huh.
I think that was what it was.
Now the wine the highest I've placed was bronze.
That's
and it
cool.
was for a green apple Merlot.
That sounds tasty. Green apple.
Oh yeah. I
He's
put
like,
it into one of my kegs, carbonated it, so it was a champagne then that we had for Christmas Eve.
oh man, that sounds awesome. Heck yeah.
There wasn't much left in that keg, but at the end of the night.
I bet everybody was nice and toasted by the end of the night.
Just one that I had to worry about.
Oh, just the one you had to worry about?
Me.
Oh yeah. I made sure I got my fill of it. No, Jonah Jones, he was not doing that.
I was laughing. I put Thomas Heisenberg.
Thomas no, not, he wasn't talking about Thomas. He was talking about the guy that lived behind me. Because I was talking about how he had like a home brewery, like what Thomas was saying. And I thought it was that same Mr. Brewer or whatever. It was a very small like home kit that he had, and we actually stole some of his brewery like stuff. We were little kids. We didn't really care about what it was, so we just stole it.
There's a lot of people down here that make moonshine. I haven't tried it yet.
There's some people around here that does make moonshine. Oh yeah. Up here towards the mountains right over here. Oh yeah. There's some moonshiners up there.
That's something I will not try to make.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I might try like a small little like still. They've had those like personal stills where you can make just like a tiny one. They actually sell them online, that tiny little personal still. Something like that would be cool. You know, just get a little bit of corn mash, you know, burn it, cook it, whatever the heck you do with it, and then make it. I don't know. I've watched too much of that. What is that? I think it's on the History Channel where they do the distilling and all that, and the one dude gets caught by the cops.
Moonshiners.
Yeah, the Moonshiners. That's it. Yes, exactly. That's the show. Yeah, what's that famous guy that they were talking about?
Was it Popcorn?
Yeah, Popcorn Sutton. Popcorn Sutton. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Yes, that's the show, Moonshiners. Yeah, I watched too much of that, so I'm like, all right, one of these days I'm going to make a little bit of moonshine.
Anyone know who William Alexander is?
William Alexander is the one of the dudes that helped get the Drone Network Discord started, and he's one of the moderators and stuff on the Drone Network.
Okay, because he just posted in the Drone Network Discord. Anyone have any cool clips to show me?
Maybe he's looking for some videos. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's one of the main moderators on that Discord. He's in one of those fancy green names. He's got them
Yeah,
the green.
I
The
see
green.
I'm looking at him now. I had no idea who he was.
Well, I've never talked to him or anything either, so I only know that he's there because Cap said something about him.
Try a weed mash and they make something real good.
I don't think that would work. I don't know if that would work, honestly. I don't think that would be possible. I don't think you could make an alcohol from weed. I don't think that. I don't know. I think the only reason why it works. Wait, what?
I know you take
we'll what is it? MacGyver it. We'll get it to work somehow.
hash brownies.
Hash brownies. But yeah, how did you get into entering your stuff into competitions and stuff like that?
I was lucky enough to actually have a homebrew shop maybe 5 minutes down the road from where I live, and they just started sanctioning homebrew competitions.
Oh, cool. You just entered in one day?
And I just started entering, and that was that.
Heck yeah, that is cool. I'm not too much of a beer drinker, but like the homemade beers and the certain like what are the APAs? Those ones are really good.
And pale ales is what I got most of my awards in.
Yeah, what do you do? The India Pale Ale, or do you just do the regular
That was just
pale
a
ale?
pale ale.
Nice, that's cool. We got a semi-famous pale ale company over here, Sierra Nevada Brewing Company in Chico.
Oh yeah, I've had some of that.
Yeah, their Bigfoot Ale is one of my favorites. I love that. It's funny that it's called Bigfoot Ale, but it's actually really freaking strong and it's really good.
Barley wine, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the one with a lot of barley in it. Lots of barley. They actually grow the hops and barley field right next to my old house. There was this old like fun land. It was called the Chico Funland, and after a while, it was just basically an old bum hideout or bum place where it was because it got shut down and then just became abandoned. And after a while, the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company bought it, which was right next to our house. And they started putting all the hops and all the barley right there next to our house. And you just smell it all day long. All day long. It was crazy. The whole place, whenever you drive by that brewing company, it smells like, to me, because the yeast and everything, it always smells like almost like a rotten cherry pie. It's for me, it smells like a rotten cherry pie for some reason.
Hey, honey, Lulu.
It's just that extreme amount of yeast, the smell that they let off. It's so strong.
John said he asked earlier if he had to walk on the grapes barefooted to make the wine.
No, I didn't even catch that. No, I didn't do that. But I did actually have some. But I did actually have some Lambrusco juices imported from Italy. I think I still have maybe half a dozen bottles of that in the basement.
How do you make your wine, by the way?
That's like asking a magician how he does magic.
Not like your recipe. I don't really know. Besides like stopping on your grapes, how is wine made? Just pressing it like a juicer?
You can do it that way, but with the wine, there's a lot more steps involved that it doesn't take up as much time. It's not
like
as
the fermentation process and the aging.
For example, with beer, you're talking you have to bring everything to a boil for at least an hour, and then you have to hurry up and chill everything. So I mean, it's more cost effective time wise up front to make beer than it is to make wine, because you have a lot of smaller steps that don't take up as much time.
Ah,
so once you get your juice, then you'd actually have to treat it to kill off any wild yeast that might actually be in there, which usually takes a day. Which once you have everything set up, you can just walk away and then come back 24 hours and actually add your yeast, which they call pitching it. And then you just let it ferment out, and then every so often you just transfer it from that container to another with a siphon to let all the dead yeast that settles out behind.
Now, how big a batch at your home can you do, like, normally?
Sorry about that. Jim was saying about the doors. Mine just opened.
What I was asking was, how big a batch can you normally do at one time?
That depends on how strong your back is and how much you want to make at once. The largest I've gone is 5 gallon.
5 gallons? That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, did you buy like a small little bottler, because they have those little home bottlers that you can buy?
I actually manually bottle everything with a siphon, and I actually have a floor corker.
Oh, cool. That is cool. Heck yeah.
I did everything with the beer manually too, until I got to a point where it just was too much of a headache, and it was more frustrating than anything.
Yeah.
So instead of cleaning 2 cases worth of bottles and filling 2 cases of bottles, I just fill 1 keg.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm just going to fill up the keg. It's a lot easier than just doing it bottle by bottle. That would honestly be a cool thing to have as like a little side hobby. You know, whenever you want to make your own little brew, if you have like an idea in your head, like say, like how you were doing the green apple Merlot, you know, that'd be cool if you had something that popped in your head. Maybe you wanted like a cranberry blueberry drink or something like that, or a cranberry apple or something like that. One of those.
As a matter of fact, 3 years ago, I made my holiday beer. It was cherry, honey, chocolate.
Whoa.
And it weighed in at 11.1%.
Now that's a strong
interesting
beer.
Oh, it was really good. It was really good.
Cherry and chocolate with some honey. That sounds like a good combination right there.
I modeled it after a brewery that's 2 hours away from here called Trogs in Pennsylvania. And every year they come out with a beer that's that style of beer, and they call it Mad Elf.
Mad Elf? That's cool.
Boy, it is. It'll put you on your butt real fast.
Heck yeah, that's cool. I might have to have you send me a bottle of your stuff when you send me those 3D prints. I'm not really a big drinker, but I'd be definitely down to try something.
Well, I don't know if I can send that because it's not allowed.
Oh, people send stuff that's not allowed all the time. Heck, the Chinese do it all the time. They're sending lipos with their stuff all the time without registering those lipos.
Yeah, you're not supposed to send lipos.
Yeah, they send. That's why I'm pretty sure I never ended up getting that stupid ZD Racing, because they didn't want to have to go through the process of dealing with the lipo thing, because it was a private thing afterwards. They weren't. I don't know. I'm still mad about that though. Oh God, there's the monster herself right there.
Yep. What?
Watch that.
No.
Gracie, check it out. Roar.
Can't watch it now. Oh, hang on. Alvin's showing you something. Look.
Roar.
I'm trying, Jack.
I can't see it.
Okay, hang on. There you go. Now you're presented, Alvin.
Roar. Everybody's like, you just did that like a billion times in a row.
I know.
You gotta show me like that. Let me hit you and fight.
She wants to fight me?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're gonna need that Hulk as backup there, Alvin.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some backup. Do I have any more toys that I can use as backup?
Don't start. Don't start. Grace.
I thought I had a figure right there. Where did I put it? Oh, I do. I got a big bag. Little board.
Did he hurt you?
This is from a Power Rangers knockoff. Well, it's not a knockoff. It's like a side type show. It's called the Beetleborgs.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Camera going off.
Hey, Crystal. Thank you for joining in.
Hey, Crystal. Welcome to the stream. Just trying to control the kids over here. Grace.
Jonah Jones says he's going to bed. Night, everyone. Well, night, Jason. Thank you very much for joining in the stream, brother.
Yes, good night. Let's see. Let's catch up in chat.
RC diversions. That all depends on the style of beer that you want to make. For me, it's actually cheaper for me to go to the brew place and actually buy, say, Budweiser than it is for me to try to make a lager.
Hey, Bob.
Stuff like IPAs and double IPAs and barley wines, it's actually cheaper for me to make it. I can usually make it about half the cost.
That's cool. Hey, Jimbo. 616 drones.
Some of the beers that I like are like $60 a case.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, those certain IPAs do get really expensive. Really expensive.
Gosh. Stop.
I mainly like the IPAs and stuff that basically they don't taste like standard pale. They have flavor to them. They have something different to them.
You haven't had any IPAs lately.
Well, I haven't drank anything in a while, so yeah, that's true.
The one place I was at, they actually had a mango IPA, and because of the different types of hops that they used, even though there was no mangoes or fruit in it, it tasted like there was mango in it. It was delicious.
What are you talking about, RC Funds? I do read your comments. See, RC Funds is always picking on me. This is what I'm talking about. Always picking on me. But yeah, some friends of mine have actually told me about some stuff like that where they have peach ones where they taste just like peaches and mangoes. And stuff like that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's a difference between the East Coast IPAs and West Coast IPAs. The West Coast IPAs are more in your face, harsh and bitter compared to the East Coast, which are a little bit sweeter and not as, that's what I'm looking for, bold and in your face.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. All the ones that are made over here in California, they're really hard and bitter. They're basically just a punch right to your face. And
hop
some
bombs.
people really like them.
Bitter hop bombs.
Yeah, exactly. A bitter hot bomb. That's exactly what that is.
And then you have the ones that are in the Northeast that are called Northeastern IPAs. Or New England. That's it, New England.
Nope.
And they actually look like a glass of orange juice. Because they're just that hoppy. And
I've seen some of those where they're really, really bright, clear, and amber. Like an amber orange.
yeah, those ones there have an immense amount of hops in them, but they're not quite as bitter as what you'd have on the West Coast.
I have a couple friends that are in basically not middle America, central U.S., basically Michigan and Minnesota. They are really into those, what do they call it, gourmet IPAs and stuff like that, where it's just those certain flavored ones They don't do any like the regular IPAs. They do like the hardcore Eastern IPAs that are all flavored, that are super expensive for one bottle, like $20 for one bottle. That's expensive.
Yeah, there's one place that has a nice little brew pub cafe down the block from where I work in. One of the beers that they have in there that I would like to get, but I just can't bring myself to do it, is Dogfish Head's 120-minute IPA.
Dogfish
like
is good. I
15%.
tried this for the first time last year. Dogfish Brewery is pretty good.
Oh, they make some really good, nice stuff.
Yeah,
But this standard beer, 12-ounce bottle was $12.
Oh yeah, they're expensive. They're definitely expensive, especially over here. The bars over here like to charge a lot more for stuff like that. They like to overcharge. They like to mark up a lot. That's why I don't go to bars. Bars around here are just not worth it. Pauline Newman, thank you so much for joining in. My fellow geek, fellow comic book nerd lover. What is going on? I'm so used to fisting everybody, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw a punch at you. I wasn't. It's just my way of saying hello.
Yeah, another reason I like to make my own beer, Alvin, is because I like to be different.
Yeah, that's the good way to do it. Is, if you're especially into drinking a lot of stuff, it's better to have something custom and that's your own than just buying stuff that you use for every day.
And sometimes to actually go out and get the variety of different things I would like to have, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You either have to buy a case and split it with a bunch of coworkers and friends, or you end up buying a case of it you have to drink yourself. And
yeah, those cases are going to cost you a pretty penny. You're going to be like, all right, do I want to drink this all myself, or am I going to have to split this with everybody?
How much of this am I going to have to give away or dump down the drain?
Yeah. How much is this going to get wasted? What's going to happen here? Axiomatic, what is going on, brother? Thank you so much for joining in. That is my crazy brother over there, my New Jersey brother. My Joyzy. He's from Joyzy.
I'm laughing at Axiomatic. He likes their duels.
Oh, duels, yeah. Oh man. I used to have
Axiomatic. You know what happens when you drink 6 of those, right? You drink 6 duels, you get into a fake fight.
A fake fight. Yeah, and you start fighting like an Irishman. You're like, oh, come on.
Wait a minute. O'Doul's is non-alcoholic, right?
That's why I said if you drink 6 of them, you get into a fake fight.
It's because it's that.
Got that.
What do they call that? The placebo effect, basically.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to get them taken care of. Grace was not having it.
That's cool. It's all right to do that. If you have to, put her in another room and deal with her. It's all right.
Yeah.
Put her in the kennel like I do with the dogs. It's okay. We can kennel kids.
Her and Jack are just constantly at each other. So that's why I can't have the two of them in the same room at the same time, because it just does not work out.
Well, Jack likes to try and assert his dominance, and she's at that age where she wants to be.
Yeah. Jack doesn't realize that there's a 7-year age gap there.
Yeah, that's true. Crystal and Chris said that they're about 15 minutes away from the Dogfish Brewery. That is pretty darn cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is cool.
Now, if you're that close, you need to tour that facility.
Yeah,
I think
I got you, Axio.
Like something on like the Food Channel or something where they did like a little thing about the Dogfish Brewery. I could have swore I'd seen some sort of video on it before.
Yeah, they had one beer that I saw that they made that, even though I know everything is safe to drink, I just could not get past the idea of the style of beer.
Yeah.
This beer was actually called Chicha, and they would actually use the enzymes in your mouth. They would sit there and manually chew all the corn or maize themselves and spit it into a container so that the enzymes would actually break down and convert everything to the sugar that's fermentable.
That's nasty.
That's just
now, granted, all that stuff is taken care of whenever you're actually making the beer because you're boiling it for an hour. That would kill off all that stuff, but I just couldn't get past that mental barrier.
But still the thought behind it.
Yeah, once you told me that, and if I would never, even if I loved that beer, like if I drank it and I thought it was the greatest beer in the world, once you actually told me how that was made like that, I would be like, I'm never fucking drinking this ever again. Sorry for cussing, but I was just like, I had to. It's after 9 o'clock most places, anyways.
It's all good. You're half owner of this channel anyhow, so you don't have to apologize.
I gotta apologize to the viewers. I don't know who's watching.
Worry about it.
We got a lot of peace signs and people doing cartwheels on the chat.
Yeah. JDS. Hello and welcome. Oh, cartwheels. Yeah. Okay. Crystal said, laugh out loud. It's not Wednesday.
All right, JD. Calm down on the emojis. Calm down on the emojis. Yeah. Remember, Crystal, I thought yesterday was Wednesday. Remember? We went through the whole thing yesterday where I was like, all right, we're going to be joining Crystal for Wacky Wednesday. And it was all of a sudden, I was like, oh, yeah, it's Monday. It's Drone Talk. I totally forgot what day it was. And it was Chris on the show yesterday. I was like, oh, yeah, it's Monday. It's not Wednesday. It was funny.
Yeah.
Man, this light is getting worse for me over here. I'm going to have to put this lamp behind my desk. Or not behind the desk.
Why is it starting to get dark finally?
Yeah, it's finally starting to get dark a little bit outside. So I'm going to have to move this lamp over here. And I dropped something behind there. Oh, well. That should help out a little bit for sure. It'll make
At least you're not blue this time.
Yeah, I'm not blue. I'm yellow. I'm turning into the wasp. It's like my shirt shows. I'm the wasp.
You need to go buy one of those day LED lights, like this one in here. Hang on.
Well,
right
there's warm and there's cool light. I need to get one that has cool light, which is blue, not warm, which is yellow.
Yeah, that's what this is, the blue.
Yeah.
Bright
I definitely
shit.
need to get some better light bulbs for sure. And this fly, he's bothering me. Get out of here, fly. Leave me alone.
Flying right across
Where's your zapper swatter?
I have
that
that in the other room. I have it in the other room. I haven't brought it in here.
You need that bug blast.
If I didn't have my carpet, I would totally get one of those bug assault rifles because those are very, very cool. But in my room, there's too much carpet.
Axiomatic says I look better in the dark.
Yeah, because of course you don't see.
That's all we've ever seen is like from your elbow down.
but yes, like Crystal said, just admit it, you adore me. That's why I thought it was Wednesday yesterday. All right, Crystal, I have to admit it. Yes, I adore you. And that's why yesterday was Wednesday. And I was like, wait, is it Monday or is it Wednesday? What day is it?
How could you not remember yesterday was Monday? I definitely knew yesterday was Monday.
Yeah, of course, because you had to go to work, and the day before that was the weekend.
I'm guessing you can't show your face because of your occupation. That's my guess.
Let's see. Flies are all dead here. It's too cold in Ontario, Canada. Yeah, I wish it was that cold here. Actually, not really. I don't want that cold. Don't put that bad mumbo jumbo on me, Ricky Bobby.
I thought so, actually. I thought so.
My windshield yesterday morning, so I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, neither am I. We get some frost here in the mornings as well already, and it's just like, good Lord.
Leave it to drone worship. God. You put a comment up in Discord for you guys to check out. I'm not going to ruin it. I'll just let you guys check that out when you want to.
I actually have high pressure sodium bulbs.
You can always screenshot that
Um,
and send it to me, Jim, because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to hop onto Discord.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. It's pretty funny.
Axiomatic said he's a hand model. What are you? What is it? David Duchovny and Zoolander, the guy that played Fox Mulder. He was the hand model, and he had his hand in like that glass thing. And then at the very end, Zoolander stepped on it. Oh man, I love that first Zoolander. The second Zoolander is okay, but that first one is awesome.
There you go, Thomas. Now I watch your reaction when you look at it.
Wait, what'd you do? Add him to the Discord?
No, DW put a comment up there.
Wait, is DW in chat?
It's just typical DW.
I need a magnifier to read this.
Basically, it starts out at the top. That guy, William, I mentioned earlier, asking for cool clips to show. You know, Plummet put a few up there, and then I don't really have any clips, and then DW made a comment at the bottom there.
Oh, well, let me grab my phone. Hold on.
The funny thing is at my office, the one engineer was saying about his computer being too slow and he needed more room on his hard drive to install some design software. And I'm like, well, if you wouldn't have all that porn build up on there, might have enough room. He started laughing. I'm like, well, you have to decide what to keep.
Oh man, yeah, I see that.
The last line is the one that got me.
Aladdin rubbed a lamp. I like Bob's answer in there. Oh, Dan is awesome. Just like yesterday when I was trying to get Ryan on there. Was it yesterday or the day before when I was trying to get Ryan on my thing and he ended up calling everybody from the night before's stream and DW answered.
Yeah, that was funny.
And DW was like, man, don't interrupt me while I'm on the toilet.
Yeah.
I was like, good Lord, Dan, that's awesome. I love Dan Drone Worship. He's so funny. Our igloos are warming up though. Wait. If it's getting colder there, how are your igloos warming up?
Well, that's what I really grabbed my phone for. Is I wanted to see what the low was for tonight.
Oh man, I'm assuming the low for tonight is going to be probably low 40s here. Let me see.
Now for me, it's 50 degrees.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's going to be 50 for here. It's going to be about 53 at the end of the night. So it's not too cold tonight. That's actually pretty good.
We had our first frost last night.
It got 75 degrees today, so it was actually a pretty cool day today.
Yeah.
It's saying 38 for me.
Good Lord, 38?
38.
Well, we had really cold weather last week, which is unusual for us down here in Arkansas. I'm pretty close to Texas. I mean, I could be in Texas from my driveway in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm definitely nowhere close to anywhere like. Well, I mean, I'm close to where it's in the mountains and stuff. In the mountains, it gets to like almost below zero, up there by Lake Almanor. But, I mean, you have to go up to like Lake I can't even talk at all.
Lake Titicaca?
No, I can't even talk. Lake Shasta is where you have to go for like the real cold. That's where Mount Shasta is, where they have like the big snow the snow resort. I can't even talk at all, obviously, but yeah, they don't have a snow resort up here at Mount Lassen. We have a lot of snow up there in Mount Lassen, but there's no like skiing or anything. It's just there's way too much trees. But up there at Mount Shasta, up there at the Lake Shasta as well. Mount Shasta, Lake Shasta, they're both next to each other. But yeah, that area is where it gets ice cold, like frozen ice cold there.
Crystal, I can do that in Beavis's voice.
That would be hard to say that in Beavis's voice.
What, Lake Titicaca?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd like signature on it.
But 3 times fast in Beavis's voice?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's an
Lake
expert
Titicaca,
on
Lake
it.
Titicaca, Lake Titicaca.
Where is Lake
I'm not going to do it,
Titicaca?
though.
Isn't that in Minnesota?
No, I don't know. It's from Beavis and Butthead, as far as I know.
No, I'm pretty sure Lake Titicaca or something like that is in Minnesota.
I don't know. Let me bust out
Alvin's
my
gonna Google it.
I'll let Jim.
Google it and see.
Oh no, that's not Titicaca. It's Minnetonka.
Okay.
Lake Minnetonka.
I'm still going to Google it and see what it says.
I think there is a Lake Titicaca though.
You know, it's an actual lake in South America.
Oh, it's in
Lake-
South America.
Yep.
Okay.
Lake here, Lake Titicaca. There you go.
It's,
So Beavis wasn't lying.
you know what? It's spelled just how you think it would be too, basically.
Beavis wasn't lying when he went Lake Titicaca.
Lake in the Andes near Peru. Yep.
Yeah, interesting.
Crystal said their low is 34 tonight. That is cold.
Yeah, everybody here in the South is like praying. They're like, "Oh yeah, fall, winter." I'm like, "Yeah, screw you guys. Go do that shit up in Chicago for 37 years and tell me how much you like winter."
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You get some of that Lake Michigan lake effect snow where it snows for 4 days straight and you can't go anywhere, and forget it.
Crystal's like, I need TP for my bunghole.
I need TV for my butthole.
Are you threatening me? That just makes me think of that movie, the actual movie, where he's like, are you threatening me? I need TP for my bunghole.
Are you threatening my
Oh, man. I do love Beavis and Butthead. Like, the actual show itself was awesome. I loved the show itself. Honestly, I love everything that Mike Judge has created so far. King of the Hill, Office Space.
Okay, Crystal.
All those
Do it
things.
again. Are you threatening my butthole?
Did you know that your dad is a butthead?
Yes. Shut up, Beavis. Then there's King of the Hill. What the
I am
hell
the
are you
great
doing
Cornholio.
out there?
Oh, man.
Hey,
So
nurse,
I
don't
take
get
it
me
you're
a beer.
also a fan of
No.
Rick
I don't
and
have
Morty
any
there, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Rick and Morty.
Yeah, okay.
I actually
Can I have that, please?
No, it's
statue in
not.
one of my loot crates. I got a really nice Morty statue in one of my loot crates. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the one with that little alien was after Morty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the alien is coming through the wormhole, and Morty's sitting there with his little ray blaster shooting at him. I'm definitely looking forward to the new season of that.
When
What
does
do
that
you
season start back up?
It's going to be. It already is true. As soon as what's his name became president, Idiocracy became real. No offense to those Trump supporters out there. I think it was a South Park episode where they referenced Trump becoming president like 10, 15 years ago. What are you guys laughing at?
Look at Discord, Alvin.
I gotta open up Discord again. Hold on.
Get out of here, seriously. My son just let one go right in my face. God.
Crop dusting.
No, it was more than crop dust.
There you
That's
go,
what
William.
my
Not as good as
fire.
what Dan offered, but it's all I got. And then Chris straight up recorded you doing that. Oh my God, that's too much.
Downloading it from Discord now. Open.
He shocked me the other day when he sent you that video that he recorded while me and him were on chat. I seen him recording. I was wondering what he was doing, and then he was like, "I sent Jim a video."
What?
Oh man. Oh man, I'm gonna have to play that. Hold on, let's see. It sounds like you said E.T. Fun Home.
That's so funny. Thanks, Chris. I needed that laugh.
It sounds like you're speaking gibberish. I don't know what you're saying. I mean, I know what you're saying, but like in the recording, it sounds like gibberish.
Daddy, what were you saying? What were you saying?
I was saying.
Don't worry about what he's saying.
Hey, come on, do it again.
No.
What were you
I'm
saying?
already stretching out my shirt.
What were you saying?
And now my neck is red. I guess I am a redneck.
Now my neck is
Hey, he's got a U-neck, not a V-neck.
now that gives a whole new meaning to redneck.
What were you saying?
Who wants to buy a customized igloo? I can ship igloo. Yeah. Whatever you
Send it to me.
Jack, he was kidding.
Oh.
Igloo kit. Instructions included only.
Oh, I want it.
Interesting. Okay. That was smooth. Now I know why you wanted me to do that again.
Yeah.
Chris is probably over there dying.
he's sitting over there laughing his butt off right now, probably, for sure.
You know he was.
Daddy, what were you saying?
I'll tell you later.
I'll be in bed later.
Yeah, you will be in bed later. As a matter of fact, go get your stinky butt in the shower.
Yeah, go take
That's
a
right, you
shower.
didn't do anything
It's
today.
all the way here in California.
What time is it over there, Alvin?
It's about 6:33 at night.
No, it isn't.
I actually have to step away for a few minutes to take one of the dogs outside before it gets completely pitch dark because he's not allowed after dark because he'll try to take off into the fields. So I will be back in like 5 to 10, if not less.
That's code for I have to pee.
I actually really do have to pee as well, so I will do both at the same time. Since I live out in the country,
Aim away from the dog. Aim away from the dog.
Get away from the dog.
Don't go
Okay, I will be back. I'll be back.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, that was awesome.
Wait, you're not.
What?
You're not awesome.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I remember that.
You're fun. You're fun.
So,
Because of the fly drawn ever.
so tomorrow is Crystal Wacky Wednesday. I'm gonna make it a point to be there. Hopefully, if we're not laying floor when I get home from work, because my new school stop.
Coughing.
My new school schedule will not allow me to be on the stream for Wednesdays, unfortunately. Jack glasses are pimp. Yep, He's got those.
Stop.
Good, I hit you in the head.
Yeah, with the knife.
I'm getting him back. Yeah, I hit you again.
Stop.
And then he's also got.
Don't touch my glasses.
No, your old ones are over here somewhere.
Daddy, I broke it.
You didn't break anything. You didn't break anything.
1 second.
I
I don't know, Jim. Is that supposed to be in 5 pieces like that?
What? The tire pressure gauge? No.
Back together, back. Ah! Stop trying to stay.
Okay. You need to go get yourself ready for bed.
You need to go get yourself ready.
I am ready for bed.
I am
As a matter of fact, right after the stream ends, I'm going to bed.
It's right at 9 o'clock. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Come on, Bob!
Yeah, he does. He does have a very hard noggin.
After a long time,
Weird.
it's
So, for those of you who don't know, we're trying a new thing on Saturdays now.
What?
Basically, what we're doing is we're loading the lobby with everybody who wants to join in chat. We did learn our lesson the hard way, though, because we went ahead and put the Hangouts link in the chat here. And, yeah, we had some guy come in and started posting a bunch of masochist pornography right in our stream there. So we had to kill the stream and delete it. So if anybody is interested in being part of that stream, and I do not have you on Facebook, drop me a line, drop me an email. You can look up my email through YouTube. It's not too hard to find. And just send me a message saying, hey, here's my email. I'd appreciate you sending me an invite on Saturday night when you guys do the stream. And we'll go from there. I'll compile a list. That way when I hit the... Actually, Alvin's going to try to host it, but I'll let him know ahead of time, and we'll get you guys into the stream. We can have a maximum of 10 people in there. The only thing that I do ask is that you kind of just, if somebody's talking, Snickers, yeah, Bob Biker was in there. He saw what was going on. When you talk with 10 people going, you let the person talk and finish, and then try to jump in. It's very confusing, but if you time it just right, it'll all work out. And Thomas, you were in that stream too as well, right?
I was in the second one.
On Saturday night?
Yeah, I was in the second one. I didn't miss, I should say I did miss all the entertainment.
Okay.
You hear that?
Hosted by AOL Alvin. Yeah, I noticed his internet seems to go to crap after a certain Snickers is Alvin's favorite. Yeah. He still have nightmares from the first stream.
Do you hear that? Listen.
I'm just
Jack.
glad I missed the first stream because that's not what I would like to have my daughter ask questions about. Because every once in a while she likes to peek around the side of the laptop to see what I'm doing.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't remember what was with the first stream. Then again, I have the memory of a squirrel, so.
Oh, I do know my dad is awesome.
Squirrel.
Yeah. I'm thankful he wasn't in here for that either. I probably would have just went and done one of these. Throw them across the room.
Why?
Because somebody came in here and put a bunch of bad stuff in the chat here.
You butthole! If you're in here.
Excuse me? Yeah. Don't use that word again.
Why?
We're going to talk about that later.
Why?
Because I said so.
Why?
My rules.
Why?
My rules.
Why?
Hey, I made you. I can break you.
Why?
Anyhow, Snickers satisfies. Yeah. No, he's not getting me. Yeah. So anyhow, go finish getting ready for bed. Splat. Splat. Sounds cool, bro. You can use emojis. Okay, stop. Seriously. Jack. This kid. Yeah. Okay, go get ready for bed.
What did you say, Axiomatic? Why is the dog all wet? What?
I thought
I'm
it was
still
a
trying
white
to
dog,
remember
but
what
not a
happened.
yellow dog.
Well, no, that's what he's. Give me my phone. Stop. No, hang on. This
You
kid.
guys ever see hot pink skies before?
He's talking about the first stream from this Saturday. I thought he was talking about the first stream from last Saturday. I was trying to figure out what happened. Okay.
I don't know if it's going to show it, but there's like hot pink skies outside right now. It's not even showing it on this camera.
Yeah, I can see it. Is that outside your window?
No, it's out my backyard. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Sunshine
John
for
C.
hours.
Welcome.
Hold on, let me move the light away so the light's not blaring on it. I'm trying to get it so it actually shows the color of the darn freaking things because it's like a bright purple, or not purple, but a pink, like a hot pink. And it's not showing up like that. Oh well, whatever. I give up.
I gotta pull up the camera for a minute.
I don't know what just got said, but okay.
Get ready for bed.
Good.
Does Jack need a timeout in the corner?
Would not help.
And I'm on Mars again. I gotta put this thing light over here.
All right, go get ready for bed.
I'm trying to get this thing to fix the stupid coloring issue. Oh well, we'll just leave it at that. And they say pollution isn't good. It makes for cool sunsets. Yeah, exactly. It makes for a great sunset. We don't get much pollution out here. We're out in the middle of nowhere, so there's not too much pollution out here, but yeah.
Exactly, Crystal. Yeah, where I was in Chicago, you couldn't see, like, if you looked up at night on a clear night, you couldn't see a lot of stars. You look up here, you look up in the sky here at night, you could see so many stars, it's unbelievable. It took me the longest to get used to. I like to go outside sometimes. Well, that's when I used to smoke cigarettes. I would go outside, smoke cigarettes, and look at the sky. That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things I noticed when we moved down here, how many more stars you could see down here when you're away from that pollution and the ozone and all that other crap.
Oh, yeah. You can actually see the moon right outside my window right now. It's like a full moon, and it's just now over the mountains over here, the Sierra Nevada mountains. You can see it right up my window right now. It's just right over the mountains.
It's 8:40. It's 8:44.
Yeah, Axial, we got cow methane over here for sure.
Okay, go watch
We
your
got tons of stars and stuff in the sky. When it's a clear day, you can just see like a countless amount of stars.
Do you have an extension?
Hunter's moon tomorrow night. It looks like a pretty cool moon tonight, honestly. It's a big old fat moon. It's really up close, it looks like, honestly. It looks like it's pretty close to Earth at the moment.
Here's a question for you, since we haven't really discussed anything drone-related in a while. How many of you guys have seen the International Space Station?
Like on TV or something?
No, like in the sky, zipping across the sky.
I've never seen anything like that.
You never seen anything like that?
No.
No, I haven't
Okay.
either.
All right, here. Because once you see it, it's really an amazing thing to see. It truly is. So go to Android or iOS and download, it's called NASA. It's just a NASA app. And when you download it, you can actually go in there to the missions if you can navigate through it and find the International Space Station mission. And it'll actually tell you where your location is based on your numbers. It'll tell you when the satellite's coming over, what direction it's coming in from, and how long you're going to see it. And once you figure it out, you'll see it. It's notable coming across the sky because you won't be able to mistake it. I mean, it's a bright freaking light, and it's moving across the sky. And sometimes you see it where it goes straight overhead. You'll see it for 3 or 4 minutes going across the sky. Cool. But very, very cool to see. And I discovered it from a guy about 5 years ago. He's telling me about it when I worked third shift. We went up on the roof. Big group of us went up there, and they were actually in the middle of shooting a supply rocket up to it. And for like 3 days, you could see the supply rocket trailing it for 3 days, going right behind it. So it's pretty neat thing to see.
Heck yeah, that sounds freaking cool to watch.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. But just something I thought I'd bring up since you were talking about looking at the stars.
Another one to check out, Jim, is it's called Skyview. It'll tie into the accelerometer and camera on your phone, and as you move your phone around looking at stuff in the sky, it'll actually tell you what's what, so you can actually track stuff that way too.
Yeah, it'll tell you. It'll give you it works off the GPS coordinates. It'll tell you when it's coming over. It'll give you a time. It'll tell you your duration, how long you'll see it. And it'll tell you from what direction it's coming in. Like, say it's coming in south-southwest, it'll tell you, and it'll tell you it's departing east-southeast. It'll tell you. So you just know where to look for it, and then you'll see it. It's not, you can't mistake it. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it even without looking at the app. I just happen to be looking at the sky, and I'll see it come over. I probably now. Yeah, they say up in Canada you can really see the stars. But yeah, I definitely, if you guys are interested in seeing it, I definitely go find that app, or you can even look it over on the internet, and it'll tell you by zip code when it's coming over. I mean, there's tons of people that report on it.
I'm trying to see if I fixed the redness. Oh, it did. Sweet, it worked. It looks good. Looks good enough.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that. A lot better than what it was, so that's cool. I hate this camera. I do. It's a decent camera, but I hate it. I need to get me a Logitech C920 so bad. I just can't afford one at the moment, but I'll probably start saving up for one eventually.
Hey, Alvin, do you not have a camera in that laptop?
I do, but it's way worse. Way worse. Like, watch. I'll move this camera off to the side a little bit.
This is the camera in my laptop.
Yeah, yours is way better than mine. Hold on. Let me, I'll switch it over to that one real fast. Let me turn that off. And I will swap it over to that. Let's see. And we'll go ahead and open up my camera again. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, I am super blue. What is going on with this camera? What?
Blue, da da dee da da da.
Wow. Yeah, that is so weird. I mean, it's not too bad. It looks like it's somewhat decent, but that coloring is not good.
Yeah. I bet you if you played around with the settings, you'd be able to get it.
Yeah.
Chris and Cap have real good cams.
Yeah, they have the Logitech C920. That's the one that the one that I want to get for sure.
Yeah. Because I can always see when they're on streaming, there's a little HD that pops up in the corner here.
There we go. No more Smurf. No more Smurf. No Smurf here.
Have any of you all ever flown a... Oh, yeah, I've flown 2 Propel drones.
Propel, yeah, those are cool. The little micro drones and stuff.
Yeah, the micro drone turned out to be a total piece of crap.
Yeah.
Never get it trimmed. You could never get it to fly right. It would take off all crooked. So I gave up on it.
Yeah, I've tried one of those propelled drones. I don't own one, but I've tried one. It wasn't that great of a flyer for the most part that I remember. It didn't seem like it was a great flyer. Axiomatic says he fixes the redness as he sits in a red room. Yeah, I know. That's why the redness is coming to me, is because there's so much red. I basically have blood colored walls on my walls, so it's hard to not have red when my walls look like I just murdered somebody.
Sure.
Like, it literally looks like I'm in a freaking murder house and my walls are covered in blood. I mean, it's perfect for Halloween. It's a great time of year right now for it.
Speaking of flying stuff, did you do any more with the liftoff simulator, Jim?
I haven't really since the weekend. Probably tomorrow I'll mess with it. But I really need to get the need an actual transmitter, not my son's Xbox remote or this one right here that I've got. This cheap little gaming pad type thing.
That's a PlayStation remote. PlayStation 3.
But I will tell you this: from the couple of times that I have flown Acro, it's pretty damn close. It is pretty damn close.
That sounds cool. I'm definitely looking forward to trying out Liftoff whenever I get the chance
The
to buy it.
graphics are amazing. I was on it with Chris for a while after the Saturday night stream. Was it Saturday night stream or was it Sunday? I can't remember. I think it was Saturday night. And we were trying to talk, and I could barely hear him, but I had my ear right up to the speakers so I could hear him. But it was pretty cool. He was showing me some cool stuff on it. I mean, and man, you spectate Chris and watch him. He's amazing on that liftoff. He really is.
Oh, yeah. He is really good on that.
I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah,
I'm
flying the.
I crashed. Oh, I crashed. Oh, I crashed.
Yeah, I've been flying the FPV Free Rider remix. I forget what it's remixed or reloaded or.
Yeah.
I've got that one as well.
And I just ordered a pair of FPV goggles that have a HDMI input, so I'm looking forward to trying that on a sim.
Nice.
See, that's the way that Sims should be, where you like have some sort of goggle setup, because then you're really getting like the full FPV like, simulation.
Yeah, and right now, Jim, you can actually pick up the unique goggles for $39.
Cool.
Wow.
I happened to stumble across that the other day on Amazon.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of reviews on different goggles, and pretty much I'm leaning towards those Eachine VRD2 Pros. I think they're called. Yeah, VRD2 Pros.
He says, "Yep, it's your fault. Chris has goggles for it tomorrow." So it's your fault, Thomas.
Yeah,
Oh, Crystal, I was only asking him if they were any good, so I didn't think he was going to go buy them.
VRD2 Pro, yep.
Because I've already told Chris too. I've got my heart set on the Foxeer Predator V3 camera for the Ghost.
Cool.
But the mini, not the micro, the mini camera. So I could do 4.3 or 16:9 resolution on there, or on the display. So go to Adrian's channel. Hit my answer. Oh yeah, I'm already registered on that giveaway on eDrone. I saw that a long time ago. Actually, it was all weeks. Yeah. I'm like Chris, I really enjoy my camera bird, but I really like getting out there and doing the freestyle stuff, and I'm looking forward to doing the racing stuff. And shit, I'm already looking at the soldering station I want to get because, I want to have the tools first before I sit down and buy the first frame and actually try it in my first racing setup build.
And you got him in trouble, Thomas.
I'm married. I'm used to getting people in trouble.
Yep.
Mainly myself.
Just deal with it.
It's funny because my son has tried multiple times to tell my wife about this channel and this thing that Alvin and I are doing, and she has zero interest in it. She's like, I don't want to hear about it. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah.
At least Jack shows some sort of,
Yeah, Jack pretty much shares every interest that I have. We're both very big into cars.
Yeah, that's true.
He wants to build an Eleanor so bad with me. So hopefully before he's out of the house, I can make that happen.
That'd be cool.
Whether it be out of a actual 1967 or 1968 Mustang or a New Edge Mustang. Who knows?
New Age is probably easier to do it with, but the old school one would probably be the nicer one to do it with.
Yeah, well, the problem is $15,000 for a shell that needs to be totally restored.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's why you see those Eleanor GT 500Cs on eBay for $200,000.
Yeah.
That's those about the going rate.
Ones for sure.
But you take a look at what you're getting. You're getting an actual Cobra Jet 427 engine, and most of them have Tremec 60 behind them. Don't get me started on the car game because I'll lose half of you.
I like my cars, but I'm not too into them like that. Don't get me wrong. Like I like classic cars. That's more my thing, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
classic cars were just a lot more easier back in the day. A lot more easier to work on and do anything with, honestly.
Oh, and I got busted for drag racing when I was still living at home. My mom took my Mustang and went and traded it in and got herself a car and stuck me in her 88 Plymouth Voyager minivan. Well, I showed her because we pulled the engine out of it and put a 2.5 turbo in it and made it a 12-second van.
A 12-second van.
Yep, we used to call it the 12-second shaggin' wagon.
The 12-second shaggin' wagon. I wonder what you guys did in that van.
We made it fast, though. We showed everybody.
And my first car was a Ford Fairmont station wagon that I called the Dragon Wagon. It did 0 to 60 in 2 years.
Yeah, my very first car when I was 14 was a 1972 Buick Grand Sport. It had a 350 in it. I got caught doing a burnout at the end of the block. My mom came home from work early. And then second car, needless to say, she got rid of it on me. And the second car I had was a 1970 Chevelle. That's the one that got away, folks.
Chevelle, very nice. Heck yeah.
Told me to get rid of that car.
Chevelles are very nice.
Yeah.
My first car wasn't like a muscle car or anything like that. It was actually a Cadillac, an old school Cadillac. It was a Cadillac Eldorado. It was really cool. It was like candy apple red, almost maroon red. It was really freaking nice. It was like it had power seats. Oh man, it was a dope car. It was definitely a pimp car for sure. It was a straight up pimp vehicle.
Nice.
I didn't remember for too long because my pops decided to sell it on me, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's gone. I don't have that anymore.
1984 Lincoln Continental. There's another boat.
Jim can appreciate this. It was that red that faded. It was like almost a dragon orange. Was it like an? I'm trying to think. It was
On the Chevelle?
my Fairmont wagon.
Oh,
was
nice.
that really ugly faded red?
Yeah.
I called it the dragon wagon because it needed trucks and struts, so it was dragon.
John C. says his first and current car is a 1993 Toyota MR2, so he still has his first car and it's his current car still.
Yeah, thing's boogie.
Yeah, those are nice cars, and that's a nice car as well. Axiomatic, a 1984 Lincoln Continental. Those are really nice.
Yeah, I had a Lincoln, 1985 Lincoln Mark 7.
Yeah, those old 80s box cars were fun.
That's okay, John C. You can always put a turbo on it.
You can put turbo on anything. I've seen somebody put turbo in a freaking Geostorm. You ever seen a Geostorm? Those aren't cars that are made for turbo or fast engines or anything like that. But yeah, I've seen somebody do that to a Geostorm and a Geo Metro. So yeah, those are two cars that shouldn't be doing that, but they were.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to head out here.
Yeah, it's
fun.
9 o'clock. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up anyhow, Thomas.
Yeah, it's just now.
I'll get you guys later.
You have a great rest of your night, brother, and thank you so much for joining us. And I cannot wait until you have that big printer because I'm looking forward to seeing what you print with it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get it back either.
Speaking of, didn't you say you were printing something that you didn't want to show me the other day? Was that the hollow one or was that something else?
It was the hollow one.
Oh, I was thinking you had something else that you were trying to hide from me just yet.
I can't reveal all my secrets now, can I?
No, I guess something has to show up that's a surprise. But let's not make it anything that can be used as something else. If you catch my drift.
I won't be sending any prosthetics.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we'll call it that, a prosthetic. Yes, that's the perfect name. I don't want any prosthetics sent.
All right. Have fun, guys.
You have a great night.
All right,
brother.
Thomas. Thanks for being our guest tonight. And everybody else that stuck around with us, thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And then Saturday, like I mentioned before, just bear in mind there's 10 spots if you guys want to get in on the chill session. I don't know, Alvin, what was your official network chat?
It was called Network Chat with Sin and Errl.
There we go.
And then basically it's going to be every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and everybody is welcome to join, like Jim's saying. If you guys have a webcam or a phone and you guys want to chat about RCs or drones, or you just want to join in the chit chat, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, and there is no time limit on that. We'll just leave it go as long as,
As long as we feel like it's, it's still thriving and still seems like it's a worthy stream to keep going, we'll keep it going for, however long people want to watch it for. And definitely want to make sure everybody remembers that tomorrow we're going to be having a live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific over there at Axiomatic's channel. We're going to be doing a live honey dipping with Honey Lulu, and she's going to be dipping my Traxxas Stampede body that Axio has sponsored for me from Proline. So we're going to be dipping a Proline Ford Raptor SVT body, and I'm super excited. So definitely can't wait for that tomorrow. So thank you all for joining in, and we appreciate it very, very much.
All right, sounds good. All right, everybody take care and enjoy the rest of your week.
Yep.
We'll catch you guys soon. See ya.